aside from some minor bumps and scratches that day, no one else was injured this day. Lewis at some point did get hot oil. He had a hot oil burn on his thumb, so he had a blister. No big deal. And then our next excursion was cliff diving, which I wasn't going to go. I wasn't like feeling great this day, but I decided, I don't want to be the only one not going, so I'm going to go. And I don't like cold water. I don't like jumping from high things. None of this is like my bag. But
pretty much all cliff jumping is just jumping into cold water off of things.
So everyone else
title.
And we're at the very first one. So I'm like, I at least have to do the first one and I won't do the rest. Everybody else goes. Paco is doing like flippies into the water. Everyone's having a good old time. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. So I go up there, and if you go to my Instagram at ShannonLee692, you will see the process. I edited down the video, but it was about 3 minutes of several chants.
Takes a minute.
Countdowns. Lewis threatening to step on my fingers. And finally, I was like, okay, I had my nerve. I actually didn't jump from where you're supposed to. I like climbed down a little bit, so I didn't have to try to clear those rocks as I'm doing the jump. So I finally jumped, and when you go in and then you have to wait to come back up. So I came back up after I jumped, and I took a breath and then realized that I am not really doing a good job of keeping my head above water. And then I went down again and came back up, and I said, "Someone help me." And then I went back down forever. And I'm a ghost now because I died.
Surprise.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I couldn't get myself above the water, and I was like, "Help me!" And everyone's watching me, so I'm like, "Oh,
scary.
It's going to be any second now that someone comes in here and saves my life because I can't do it." And
is there any worse feeling than when you're in danger and you realize no one is taking it as seriously as you are?
No,
Yeah.
nobody. Well, nobody cared.
Like, good. I hope she does drown.
So after what feels like forever of just treading water, and I can't get back to the top, I then feel like someone pulling me. But the person pulling me isn't getting my head above water.
Wait, your fucking ankle?
I don't remember.
Still drowning.
Yes.
You're still actively
I'm still drowning, but at least I know I'm getting to a place where I won't be drowning anymore soon.
Yeah.
So they pull me, then finally I get my own head above water. And it's one of the Jamaican guides.
Yeah.
And so no one from Gas Digital tried to save me. There are two former lifeguards in the group, Brian and Dylan. They touted this earlier on in the trip. Oh, we're both lifeguards. No one has to worry.
You're in good hands, kid.
Yes, no one did anything to save me.
Yeah, unless you're drowning, because then we're the kind that just sit with zinc and
We're
tan. Yeah.
We just take our shirts off.
Yeah.
So it was terrible. I've never almost drowned before.
Terrifying.
It's horrible.
It's terrible.
Happened to me when I was like probably 4-ish.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was on like a little plastic, what I thought was a pool float, but it wasn't. It was like a toy that was shaped like a surfboard. So it had like a hole in it. So as I got further and further out into the deep end, it just started to fill with
Sunk.
water, and I had no idea how to fucking swim. So I started to drown. I got to the side, was able to get myself back to the shallow end. And kind of similar to your thing, it's like just the two people that were watching me. My aunt and uncle lived in a like a split home. So her neighbors, or whatever you would call them, were watching me.
Sure.
They were unconscious on their fucking lounge chairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I almost died. It was fucking awesome. And then they woke up, and there was a towel at like the bottom of the stairs in the water. They thought it was their kid that like freaked out. I'm like, yo, you just almost let a child die out here. Your kids haven't been here in hours. Who's paying attention out here?